and welcome to day 27 of May Vlogs. It is Sunday today. It is tipping it down with rain. It's really unpleasant weather. Tom has just taken the boys off to Arthur's swimming to give me a couple of hours this morning. As I said, we've got his in-laws coming round again this afternoon while they're visiting. They're coming round for a roast this afternoon, so I'm pretty sure that most of this afternoon is going to be written off work-wise. I certainly can't get in the kitchen to get any dyeing done because Tom's going to be cooking a roast. But I've got a couple of hours this morning, so I'm just going to spend it making some minis because that's one of the big things that I really just haven't had chance to get done, and I've got a lot of minis to get made for the shows. But I quite enjoy making the minis, so I don't mind. I'm just going to stick something on... I should probably just watch something on my phone, to be completely honest, because I haven't got the laptop up here and I haven't got a TV up here. So I'm just going to stick something on my phone to watch and get winding, really, and see how many I can get done in the next couple of hours. And we're definitely filling up all the shelves now. I've been getting some bits skeined and it's all filling up. I think my in-laws have just arrived. I just had the doorbell go, but I thought I'd show you what progress I've made this morning. So I've got a box of minis here. I've done most of the purple ones. The grey ones I'd already done. So the purple ones are this month's monthly minis, although they're coming out slightly more pink on the camera than they are in real life. And then I've also done another load. So up here are the other lot I've done. So I've got the three of these three for the bedtime story collection. The new collection have been turned into 10-gram minis, and I've also got in there all of the spring garden collection. Show these ones, although I still haven't skeined up any of the yellow ones yet. Ready to be made into little blanket bundles for the shows as well. So I've got kind of all of those done so far, apart from the two colours in here in the bedtime story collection that I haven't skeined up yet. They're just drying on the rack at the moment, but they're not quite dry enough this morning to skein up or turn into minis. But that's not bad progress for a morning's work. I'm going to kind of carry on for a little bit now until lunchtime, until maybe somebody disturbs me. We'll see how much I can get done. Right, I best go be sociable. Go and have some roast lunch and sort out the kids and things like that. I'm going to take down, I've saved myself 10 grams of each of the new colourways. Well, the first three of the new colourways. As I said, the other ones aren't quite dry yet. So I'm going to take those down, and hopefully I might get a little bit of time this afternoon to add them into my little sample blankets. But yeah, I am going now to go and enjoy some roast dinner.
Oh, no, they moved. You'll go.
I got my stick back.
Hello again. The kids are in bed, although as usual they're not asleep yet, but then it is actually it's about 20 to 8, so really they should be asleep by now. I think they're a little bit overexcited from having had grandma and granddad here all day, and I realised earlier I'm in exactly the same clothes I was in yesterday. These are kind of just scruffy, comfy work clothes, but I have actually recorded 2 separate vlogs, not just all recorded in one day. I am actually just that scruffy that I'm wearing the same clothes again. Anyway, before I round off the day, firstly, just apologies if you can hear banging in the background. Tom's doing the washing up. I just thought I'd show you a couple of little bits. So I showed you the little sample I was working on with my spring garden self-striping, and I completely changed my mind about what I was going to knit. So I ended up knitting just a little fingerless mitt as a sample instead. Because I often get a lot of people who look at my self-striping and their response is, oh, it's lovely, but I don't knit socks. And I'm like, great, do something else with it. So I thought having a little sample of something other than socks that you could do with self-striping was a brilliant idea. I'm a little bit annoyed because I slightly misjudged, don't know if you can see there, I slightly misjudged the amount of pink left in order to do the cast off, and I've ended up with a tiny little bit of green as I cast off there, but oh well. But I am quite chuffed at having just the little green thumb. I think that works really nicely. So yeah, there wasn't really a pattern for this because I'd obviously started thinking I was going to do the jelly roll socks, so I haven't got rib at this end, but it's quite fun to just be able to kind of roll that up to get whatever length you want. But anyway, and then I got to about here and I got to about here and then sort of changed my mind. So I just Googled kind of a fingerless glove pattern, and this one was on the Pearl Soho website. It was just one of their free kind of tutorial things. So that just kind of gave me the idea of how to do the thumb and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought they'd make a good little sample and an alternative use for self-striping yarn other than socks. But yeah, my evening is pretty much going to be samples on my blankets. So if you watch the podcast, you will have seen this one before. This is my mitered square blanket, and this is all out of Giddy yarns. So you've got these 5 here, which are the Spring Garden collection. You've got these 4, which are the Wildflower collection. So I need to add the 5th Wildflower collection, this one, which I totally nearly did today and then realised I'd made a mistake in it and had to rip the whole square back out again. So I'm going to try that again. And then I've also managed to get all 5 of the new bedtime story collection. I've got all the minis for the blanket bundles wound, and I saved myself a 10-gram mini of each in order to get them into my sample blankets. So this one is, if it'll focus, this one is Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I've got quite good light here actually. Anyway, this one is Voyage of the Dawn Treader. This one is The Sea of Adventure. This one is The Railway Children. This one is The Secret Garden. And this one is George's Marvellous Medicine. So I'm going to pop those into my Cozy Memories kind of mitered square blanket, and also I've started the equivalent but as a crochet blanket. So far this has only got the Wildflower collection and Spring Garden collection and a random, I'm pretty sure that's the first colour from my Turning Tide Fade kit. I'm not quite sure why I put that one in there. I think I was kind of intending this to kind of have all my different yarns in, but then I changed my mind and decided I was just going to start with the collections and then build from there. But it doesn't matter. So I need to put the bedtime story collection into this little blanket as well. But these hexagons are quite quick to knit up, and I'm joining them as I go. So hopefully over the next week I will get that done. I'm really slow at mitered squares, so I will probably only get 1 square, maybe 2 into this evening. But yeah, that is my plan for the evening, is just to sort out samples. You know what I said about the kids being in bed? Or the kids not being in bed? You're supposed to be in bed, Jasper.
No.
Okay, you can say goodnight to the camera and then go back up to bed. Night, night. Go on, back up to bed. Tom's taken him up. Hopefully they will be going off to sleep now. Anyway, I will leave it there and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.